Hi, I'm Esther Rudge and I farm here at Ballingham Court. I've lived here all my life. I'm the fourth generation of my family to farm here, and we have a farm, very mixed farm, sort of typical Herefordshire farm, with beef and sheep and crops, and recently we've gone into fruit, growing apples for Capella apple juice, and then also some organic pears, and then even more recently we've worked into renewable energy and the anaerobic digester and solar panels, and also some biomass as well. Farmplan, I use both the livestock manager for all the cattle and the sheep records, and also the farm business manager for all our accounts. And so all our bills and everything are entered onto the system to do our VAT. But what I'm really interested in is more the enterprise analysis, because we've got so many different enterprises on the farm. It can be quite easy for one enterprise not to be performing so well, and it could be hidden in the whole picture. So I try and make sure that most of the invoices are entered relevant to whichever enterprise they are. With Farmplan, I have a confidence that all my data is in there, and if I've got my bank reconciliation correct, everything sort of matches up, then I can be confident that of where the business is going. I can look at those bottom line figures. I can look at them every time I enter more invoices to see where we're actually progressing. So it's actually live data. I haven't got to wait for the accounts to come back from the accountant. I have a pretty good idea where we're at, even on a daily basis. Another advantage of Farmplan is that their support team is really excellent, and they're very responsive as well. So if I phone up with an issue, I usually get somebody to answer me straight away. Yeah, so with Farmplan, it's the enterprise analysis is a really important part for us. We can actually look at which parts of our business are making money, and which parts of the business possibly we either need to change or maybe even get rid of. It's looking at which parts of our business we worth growing as well. So if you're looking at an enterprise and see that actually is doing really well, then we can think about whether that's something we could look to expand. But you can then look at the individual areas of that business and see, well, if we expand it, we're going to increase these variable costs. That's okay. But then we'd have to increase these fixed costs as well, and then possibly you might not want to do that. And so you can decide, actually, then that wouldn't be a good one to expand. It's by going down to the different levels. So once you've got the enterprise on your screen, you can then press the button to see what those different costs or incomes are. The other thing I found was that the support from Farmplan is much more farming focused. I think if I phoned the old company I was with a request about some livestock management, I've got some calves sold and how do I do a contra with it, they wouldn't understand the principle of what it happens. But if you phone Farmplan, usually their support staff understand that what actually happens in the farming industries and the things that are peculiar to farming. I'm a fourth generation farming here, and I hope I'm not going to be the last generation. Our son's recently joined the business, having finished at Harper Adams, and he wants to grow the business on as well. And my daughter would also like to come back home and run a glamping business from the farm. So we're always looking for new opportunities, new businesses to make this farm grow. We're trying to also make ourselves much more sustainable. So with the anaerobic digester, we're actually selling our products off through the electricity cable as opposed to on a lorry. So we're looking to grow crops to go into the digester and then export the electricity. And then also we're trying to make ourselves sustainable with our cattle, because they're eating all our food. And again, so we're selling our crops off in the cattle as opposed to lorries of feed being exported from here. And just trying to look at opportunities come here. So yes, a little nervous about the future. None of us knows what's going to happen in the next year or two. But where there's threats, there's also opportunities, and it's just being ready to take those opportunities when they arise.